Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Daniel. This is Jonathan. Today we are back with Death Note episode 31. We're in the final home stretch. There's a lot happening right now. It seems as though Light has bested Nier potentially.
Potentially, I agree.
He got really close to besting L a few times before he finally got him. So I don't know. We'll see if Nier is, because he has him trapped and they're in their building and the helicopter's on and Misa's on standby with the Shinigami eyes, you know? Mm-hmm. So like, I don't know. Maybe he
try
has,
to find him. Yeah.
Maybe he has some sort of contingency. I don't know.
I'm based off of that last scene from that last episode. I'm thinking they're in a different building. Like they're playing kind of like a, you know,
like it's a decoy
trick on them or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Like they've replicated the studio somewhere else.
Right.
I could see that as like a
they've done a lot of that. Yeah.
Well, at some point, you know, Nier started to question whether Light was Kira or not. So maybe at that point, he already put in a backup plan. Because if I'm going to work with him, I need to have a backup plan in case he is Kira.
Well, and then they're always, I mean, L was always almost like 10 steps ahead or, you know, at least one step ahead of what Light was thinking he could do.
Yeah.
And so, you know, with his proteges being Eminem, I think N is doing something similar here, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's almost like they're like really smart, so they're constantly a step ahead, but then Light, he just needs time to figure them out, work with them, and then in the situation, he eventually can outsmart them. That's what we've seen so far. So that's what this looks like happened as well. Granted, he has like the advantage of having the Death Note himself, having Misa with the Death Note with Shinigami eyes. So he has like all that plus his intelligence, right?
Which another thing that we don't know, because Misa cut the deal a second time for the eyes, is
how much time she have left to live. Yeah,
basically split in quarter now. Yeah,
right. She could have had a lot of years to work with because she absorbed all those years, but
that's right. From
but still, well, we don't really know.
Right.
All right. Well, I think I'm ready to hop in. That kind of left us off on a big cliffhanger. Yeah. So let's go ahead and jump in.
I'm excited.
Before we do, guys, please consider subscribing to our channel. Full length reactions to this episode and all the rest are over on our Patreon, as well as early access to future episodes if you'd like to check those out. We're going to go ahead and hop into episode 31. Transfer.
Oh, see, I'm telling you. Swap. Were they transferring?
Are they transferring a notebook? Or are they transferring Nier? Or
I urge you, do not rush the building all at once. The traitors may attempt to blend in with the crowd to escape.
Dang.
I am Kira's loyal servant and spokesman. You must listen to me. Find them, pull them from the building, and bring them in front of the cameras. There will be a sacrifice to Kira.
Golly, dude.
That's wild. Big old riot.
And there she is, ready to go.
You can't hide from me. I'll find you.
Here, you've got no choice. You better evacuate.
You've got some nerve to say that, being Kira.
What? Are you still going on about that nonsense?
Think about it. With all the anti-Kira groups around, why is it we're being targeted and right after I start suspecting you? Pretty convenient if you ask me.
I thought...
Nier, with all due respect, you're wrong.
I thought...
You're jumping to conclusions.
Is he only acting that way because he's on speaker now? I feel like earlier he was...
Light is Kira.
Uh-oh.
This is all sounding way too familiar.
Yeah.
The original L also thought that Light had to be Kira.
Uh-oh, see? You start to cause inner turmoil.
Right. You just gotta...
And his dad isn't there. His dad would be like the ones that really protect him.
Yeah, push. Yeah.
Nier, we have to evacuate immediately.
Okay.
Really? What pathetic people.
See, I thought the last episode Light was being
ordinary people who support what Kira's
very forthcoming about him being Kira.
I'm talking about honest citizens who believe in their hearts that by punishing evildoers, Kira will actually make this world a better place to live. They are truly despicable and stupid. This is just a diversion for them.
I know that, but it still leaves us with the immediate problem.
We'll use L's legacy and the anti-Kira protesters we hired.
Yes, but we only have one shot with that plan.
I'm aware of that, but I can't imagine a better time to do it. Besides, it should be interesting.
Oh, so now they're gonna release the Arrowhounds, their own riots.
Right. The own people they hired, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's right. Elle had a lot of money.
That's right.
Money! There's so much!
Even him.
He's going to want to jump out.
Oh, that's a lot. Amazing. Man,
This is a Mr. Beast episode.
Right.
he's planning to use all this chaos to escape into the crowd. Even so, he can't escape from Demikawa's cameras.
And now they're all people are gonna show up.
Police?
They're a welcome sight in the midst of what can only be called a full-scale riot.
This is bad. At this rate.
Oh shoot.
Let's go.
Oh,
This
now
is
they're
our
part of
window
the
opportunity. We
police.
can leave you a
Right,
front
yeah.
exit.
Nier was prepared for this situation. He's
Told you.
planning to come out along with the rest of them. And if I tell Aizawa and the others to keep an eye on the police, it'll only make me look that much more suspicious.
Dang.
Yep.
The police are coming out of the building. They've secured the area.
Where is he?
Dang.
He's gotta be in there somewhere.
But how
Does he
Where?
mess up too? Nope.
they all look the same size, height.
Wait, did he say that out loud?
Right? That's what I'm wondering.
Uh,
It's hard to tell how much of it he's saying out loud and internally.
yeah.
That's why last episode whenever he said I win, I thought he said it to Nier, like,
Yeah.
and maybe he did, but nobody heard that. So maybe it was just internal.
Yeah, I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Nier.
He's like, nice
he's
try.
Already?
This is Nier. We've re-established a secure connection, so I thought I should give you a call to let you know.
You're safe. That's a relief.
To all of you on the task force, I'm sure that by now some of you are starting to suspect that Kida may be one of you. If you don't suspect the second L of being Kida by now, you're in the wrong line of work.
Uh-oh.
The number I gave you the day before has been reconnected. Please feel free to call anytime you like.
Uh-oh, man. And at least one of
Does
them is
Light-
really considering it.
Right. Well,
Maybe not
would
Matsuda.
Light call?
I've been thinking, and if any of you want to cooperate with Nier, please go ahead. I'm not particularly satisfied with the way things are going either. Ideally, we should cooperate with the SPK. Maybe this will clear the air a little. Still, it kind of feels like Nier's against us, doesn't it?
What's he planning? He knows that that's his only... that was
Adversary.
interesting. Yeah.
That was.
That's the only guy who's really, really starting to question it.
I wouldn't be surprised if one of the others contacted Nier. It's inevitable. The problem is what comes after that. If I'm too late to act, something might happen that I won't be able to take back.
He won't write their names. He won't write their names. No.
That's way... No, don't do it.
File number 3.
That's the wrong button to click. But
No way.
no way. Don't tell me he's gonna...
Oh, he's
Yes,
calling.
This is Nier.
I'm with the Japanese task force.
Told you he was still
My
gonna
name
call.
is Aizawa.
Wait. That wasn't Aizawa.
Talking?
Originally. That was Aizawa talking. That
Oh.
wasn't Aizawa who was in the task force that was thinking of calling.
If I do this, my safety is guaranteed, and I can finally just be a normal wife. This is what Light wants for me. He wants me to be happy, just as a woman should be.
Man, she's still...
Dang, I think he's gonna write their names down, bro.
Very interesting. You're saying there were 2 suspects in the Kida investigation that the previous L detained for more than 50 days, and they were cleared based on the 13-day rule, correct?
Which is the one rule I think is
Yes,
fake.
but of course that alone doesn't prove they were Kira.
And L was willing to release them because of that?
No, L had Deputy Director Yagami, the chief detective at the time, put on an act.
So, who was it?
Dang.
Who were those 2 suspects?
I can't tell you that much. I'm willing to cooperate, but I'm still a member of the Japanase task force working under
I'm about to
L.
have a heart attack.
I understand. Thank you very much. Your information's been quite valuable.
They're all on 4.
Especially the part about Shinigami's eyes that enable you to see other people's names.
Oh, he told him all that. Dang, okay.
I discovered something very important. The person suspected of being Kira is Deputy Director Yagami's son.
Oh,
It's
I
the
guess
only
he
possible
always...
explanation. Why else would the Deputy Director say he would kill Kira and then himself?
Oh.
Therefore, that means
I
the
didn't-
second L and the person I think is Kira can only be one man.
Dang.
Light Yagami.
Wow, I forgot he was suspecting second L to be Kira, but didn't know it was Light.
Right.
Gosh,
Oh,
you see,
bro.
it's like a chess
He
match,
gave
dude.
up. Yep.
I want to believe that you aren't Kira, but I've got to be certain. I'm sorry to have to do this again, but I want to put you under surveillance until we catch Kira. I'm afraid that goes for Misa Amane as well. I'm gonna search your place right now. There's a possibility that Amane might have a notebook.
Hang on a second, Aizawa. No, go right ahead. Look at it this way. At least you can prove to everyone that I'm not sneaking around and contacting Misa in private, right?
He probably planned ahead for this.
He
too,
had
so
to have.
He's good there.
Is he messaging her now?
Oh yeah. Or he probably did last night too. That was file 3 she opened, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe it was a plan. Like, if they show up. Is she gonna sweet talk him? I was about to say. I was just about to say, maybe she just tries to, like, distract him.
Yeah.
Well, there's no way she's got the notebook hidden on her dress like that. We're just investigating a tip that there were explosives planted in Elle's house. We think it's a prank, but we'd like to check the rooms just in case.
Oh, I get it. Light loves me like crazy, so he doesn't want me to call him because that'll only make him worry about me.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Search as much as you like, Aizawa.
You see?
You won't find the notebook.
Hey, welcome back, Aizawa.
We didn't find a notebook in Light or Misa's room. But still,
I understand. You're more than welcome to keep watch over Misa and I until you're satisfied.
Next on the program, it's time for me to introduce the new leaders I have chosen for Kira's kingdom.
It's becoming a cult.
The first
Oh,
Wait, who is that? Okay, I'm lost.
hold on.
and delete.
I was like, no, that's not Misa. Am I forgetting? Are we forgetting something that happened?
I don't. Who is this? Oh my god.
Who has the books? Hold on.
Why would Kira kill his own supporters?
Do you think it's because they're going overboard with this?
This is horrible.
what's going on? There was no chance for either Misa Amane or Light to use the notebook to kill Demigawa.
Right.
She gave up the rights to somebody.
I had Misa relinquish ownership of the Death Note.
Told you.
Before she lost all her memories of the notebook, she sent it to someone else, along with some special instructions.
Oh, that's what he did tell her to do.
Dang.
I saw him trying to speak to Kira through the television broadcasts. It was clear he worshipped Kira from the bottom of his heart.
Oh,
He would
wow.
understand that he was chosen
Jeez.
simply by receiving and accepting
See
the
this.
notebook.
Wow.
There was no mistake in my
Nice, smart.
selection. Teru Mikami. He's more than worthy of becoming the hand of Kira.
Dang.
Shinigami, thank you for coming to me.
Wow.
Now I'll be able to punish evildoers with death.
And he chose the eyes.
Yeah.
God.
Bro.
Bro. Okay.
That totally caught me off guard, dude.
Same. I was like, hold on. Who is this?
Well,
But-
the way they introduced it is like so nonchalant. It's like,
Yes.
it's like, oh,
Well-
there's just someone killing. And you were like, I started going through. I was
Not
like, did we
Misa.
miss something really obvious? I'm like backtracking, like, where's the other book? But we even talked about early in the episode, like maybe the number 3 was like planning on her to transfer that notebook
Mm-hmm.
to someone else, similar to what they did before.
Right.
But then I was like, that's such a complex plan, though. Like, I wouldn't even know how do you get the book back. And like last time he did it, it was like this crazy, like transfer of ownership thing.
Right.
And it was just
Between
too
the-
messy, right? So I don't know
Yes.
how he would have preemptively known to do that.
Right. Now, this kind of just goes back to what I mentioned several episodes ago when when Light was still alive and they were still trying to go after Kita, was Kita's not technically a person. It's more of a concept of the Death Note, so that it can get transferred to somebody. In this case, it got transferred to a faithful follower who will want to do what Kita does, and then they're not really chasing a person. They're not really, hunting down somebody physically. It's more of the idea or the concept of Kita,
which makes it really hard to kill because it's not a person.
Right, exactly. Or to capture somebody because they relinquish rights, just like Misa did again here, and all memories are wiped, and they can't answer any questions, so they don't know anything. And
it's not like they have domain over the actual Shinigamis to tell them like, hey, stop showing up here. We don't care.
Exactly.
We don't stop dropping your books in our world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there is no. They don't have any jurisdiction in the Shinigami world.
yeah. And the Shinigami are kind of indifferent. They find it
That's
entertaining.
Crazy though. That's so crazy.
Dude, it's like he knew that he was going to get suspected harder and harder. So it's like he knew inevitably they're going to search. They're going to search the apartment and Misa so that like he couldn't take the memories away from himself again. He couldn't turn himself in again. But he can at least take it away from Misa.
Yep.
For the time being, and with having a plan in place to get the book back and or the memories back. Because he also gave up the ability, the Shinigami eyes. Wait.
Right. Yeah.
Does that reset that again? So now when she becomes, is she going to have to get the eyes again?
If she becomes, so here's what I'm thinking with that is, because she makes a mention like, finally, this is something I can do to become a normal wife or something like that. So I think she relinquishes rights just knowing she's never going to get it back. And then Light just kind of starts this concept or this kind of role of Kita's. So, once they're kind of onto who the real Kita is currently with the notebook.
Right.
He's got to, he received instructions, pass it on to somebody or whatever, something. That's just my thought. And so Misa's no longer, and I don't think she'll ever be Kita again. But if she did and she wanted the eyes, yes, she would have to make that deal and get cut up again.
Yeah.
On her years. Sorry.
Oh, man. Dang, that's gonna be. That's just so messy. I don't know if she'd want to give it up permanently. Unless she's willing to do it just to be a normal wife, and that's what he promised her. Like, just do this, you'll lose. But then she's gonna lose all those memories. Like, that's giving up a lot. But yeah, if she cut her life up again, then that would be like. That's like almost too much. Unless you trust this new guy enough to bring him into your team and you use him. Right now he's acting on his own and it's beneficial to you. But if you can make yourself known to him and then like control him the same way you were controlling Misa, then you still have someone with the eyes that has all the power. And so then you basically take Misa out of the equation. And now you have another guy who can be that person.
Right. Now, do you think he risks giving up his identity though? Like working with
I don't know if he'd straight up tell him
task force.
He might come at him like with the same way Elle would talk to people, like with the distorted voice and everything.
Yeah. Yep,
and like I'm Kira, we're gonna work together, but you're not gonna know who I am.
Yeah. True. Possibility. Man, that was crazy though.
Yeah, because now
I'm right there.
This doesn't like if you're one of the police force, they have to look at they're still dying and Misa and Light didn't do anything. So then you have to consider one of two things, or one of three things. Either none of them are Kira, or one of them transferred ownership to someone else. If I remember to kind of think about that, or there's a third person with the notebook outside of these two. And there's a third Kira.
And yeah, it definitely throws them off because their two main suspects right now were Light and Misa.
And anytime they get kind of close, there's something like that throws things off.
Yeah. Yep. So. Dang. Well.
Yeah. So the memory. Yeah. If she doesn't get the death note back, then all those memories are gone. And maybe she was willing to do that to be like a normal wife, like you said.
And just to live a normal life as a civilian, as a woman,
or she gets a piece of that notebook, because I think you regain, if you're touching it, even if you don't regain ownership, you get memories back. That's what that thing said.
I think so, something like that. Yeah.
So then maybe like how Light warred against himself.
Yep.
maybe you just get like a little piece of the notebook and just like she just tapes it around something.
Right.
To retain memories. At least she keeps the memories without being the owner again.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know, man. Dang. So
I don't know.
Crazy. I don't know what this does to Light. To Nier. We haven't heard his opinion on this whole thing yet.
Right.
And so I don't know what his take is going to be.
His deductive reasoning is going to be.
Yeah, he's going to be like, he's going to have to consider all possibilities. But I think it's not going to be enough for him to be like, okay, it's not Light or Misa.
Right.
Anyway, a good episode.
Yes, it was.
But yeah, that's all we got for today. So hope you enjoyed watching. Looking forward to the next one. If you want to check out the next one, it's over on our Patreon. Early access to all future episodes, as well as full-length reactions. So all these are all over on our Patreon, or consider subscribing here to our channel if you're enjoying this type of content. But that's all we got today. We'll be back in a few days with episode 32. So until then, we will catch you on the next one. Peace.